Hey guys, Richardson here. I'm going to go over that test review for Chapter 1 with you. It's going to be in two parts, so if you had questions on the front side of the worksheet today, that's what this video is about. If you have questions about the second part, the back side, that's the second part of the video. So the next video, I'm recording it in two parts. Okay, well, that was confusing. Okay, starting off with number 1, write an algebraic expression for each phrase. So I'm going to translate this into letters, numbers, and symbols. A number p minus 19. It's going to be p minus 19. That was easy. Number 2, 12 more than means that I'm taking all of this and adding it to something. 5 times c would be 5c. If you have this, that's okay. If you have this, that's okay. But we want to get away from this. We want to simplify as much as possible. Number 3, 1 less than. So I'm going to subtract 1 from all of this, the quotient of a number n and 6. That means I'm dividing. Again, this needs to be written in fraction format. This is okay. This is better. All right, 9 times the sum of t and 3. 9 times t plus 3. You could have that in reverse order too. You could have this. T plus 3 times 9. Same thing. And then the last one, 12 times the quantity means, put all this in a grouping symbol, 15 minus a number d. Okay, let's keep going. Simplify each expression. Here, guys, we need to use GEMDAS. So we're going to start out with our grouping symbols, exponents, then move on to multiplication, division, then addition, subtraction. So start in my grouping symbol here, and I have to do exponents within there. So bring down my 22 plus 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. All right, now I still have something in the grouping symbol to do, so I'm going to do this. 9 minus 16 is, what is that, negative 7? Is that right? Negative 7? And then this would be, no, yeah, and then this would be 22 plus negative 7. 22 plus negative 7 is 15. Cool, and I got it right, good. Number 7, you hopefully can use your calculator and type in square root of 625. You're going to get 25. And last but not least, again, we're going to do grouping symbols first. So we're going to start with what's inside the grouping symbol. Here I have an exponent, so I'm going to do 3 times 3 times 3, 3 to the third power. I'm pretty sure it's 27, just double checking. Yep. So 27 minus 9 squared. You guys forgot this today. A lot of you forgot to bring that down when you were doing your order of operations. All right, 27 minus 9 is 18. 18 squared is going to give me, oh goodness, what's 18 times 18? 324. 324, 324. Okay, so there you have that. Let's keep going. Okay, again, following GEMDAS. Okay, so in this one, the first thing I see grouping symbols, but there's nothing to do within those except here. Inside this grouping symbol, there's exponents. So negative 10 minus negative 2 times negative 4 to the third power is negative 4 to the third, negative 64. Whoops, sorry, I totally just wrote all over that. Negative 64. Okay, now I have to follow order of operations. Multiplication and division comes first in my problem, okay, here. So I have to do that before I do 10 minus negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 64, I know I should be able to do this in my head, 128 and a half, Richardson, is positive 128. But I'm going to bring down my minus 10 and my minus sign. So this basically is 10 minus 128, which is negative 138. Okay, now let's look at this one. This means this. 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4. Or you can take this, distribute it to the top, distribute it to the bottom. You're going to get the same answer. Multiply straight across, and I'm going to have negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. And then 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. And last but not least, 5 squared is my exponents. Comes before I do division. So I'm going to do 25 divided by 2. 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. Cool. Okay. Evaluate each expression for the given values of the variables. We're going to plug and chug and follow GEMDAS. You still have to follow order of operations. Some of you today were like wanting to make up your own order of operations. It doesn't work. Okay, so let's do this one. 5x, so we're going to have 5 times 2 plus 2y, and here's something I'll add on here. No, I'm not supposed to put y there. I'm supposed to put 4 there. What color? Okay, 4. The squared goes with the 4, not with the 2y. It only goes with the y itself. That was something that was difficult for some of us today. And then minus 4 to the 3rd. Okay, now we can solve. Do I have anything in parentheses to do? No. I have now exponents. So 5 times 2 plus, let's do here, 2 times, this is the part of the exponent that I'm doing, so 4 squared is 16 minus 4 to the 3rd, I think that was 64, isn't that what I just did? 4 times 4 times 4. Yep, 64. Okay, now move along with life. I don't have any grouping symbols left. Well, I do, but they're not, it just means multiply. I don't have any more exponents, so now I do multiplication, division, whichever comes first left to right. So here, 10 plus, here, 32, yeah, minus 64. Next, addition, subtraction as it goes left to right. So 10 plus 32 is 42 minus 64. Good grief. I should know the answer. I've done it about 1,000 times today. Yeah, negative 22. Okay, awesome sauce. Let's go on this one. Oh, you think I will use red. All right, so notice how 5m is in parentheses. We're going to keep it that way. So 5 times negative 3 squared minus 2 times 5 minus 3 times negative 3, and all of that is cubed. Okay, so let's focus on the stuff that's in the grouping symbols first. Switch colors. So this is going to be negative 15 squared minus, this is going to be in parentheses, 2 times 5 is 10 minus, that's this, and then this, 3 times negative 3 is negative 9 cubed. Okay, now this, if you messed up on this, this is probably where you messed up. Now I'm going to do these, well, I guess I should probably still do this. Okay, 15 squared minus 10 minus negative 9. Minus and negative, you can't put them together, so we're going to have 10 plus positive 19 cubed. Now I'm doing exponents. Negative 15 times negative 15 is 225 minus 19 cubed, caret 3, is, wow, 6859. Then I'm going to subtract, and I end up with negative 6634. Okay? Okay, last couple ones. Okay, so u is negative 1. So negative 1 plus 3 times negative 3 squared. Again, the squared only goes with the v. Okay, same thing here. The u and the cubed goes with the u. All right, minus 2 times negative 1 cubed. Okay, so start with our exponents because we don't have any grouping symbols to deal with. So let's begin. Purple. All right, so we're going to have negative 1 plus 3 times negative 3 squared is 9 minus 2 times negative 1 to the 3rd is negative 1. Now I keep multiplying. I do multiplication division now. Plus 27, this is this minus, this is negative 2, because this is negative times a positive. Now let's simplify now. Negative 1 plus 27 is 26 minus negative 2. This turns into plus positive 28. Okay, Last but not least, plug and chug. Let's do red because it's beautiful. All right, so 3 times c, which is -2, cubed, minus c, -2 minus 4 times 5 squared. Okay, so within parentheses are my grouping symbols. 3 times -2 is -6 to the third power, minus -2 minus 20 squared. Okay, -6 third minus, I'm still doing my grouping symbols. This is -22 squared. Change colors just because I want to. Now I'm going to do my exponents. So -6 to the third is 216 negative, and -22 times -22 is 484. Notice how this comes down, and this is this part right here. So -216 minus 484 is -700. Okay, let's see. Are we almost to the bottom? Yes. Okay. Next, name the subsets of the real numbers to which each number belongs, then order them from least to greatest. So we are going to rock it with numbers. These are your subsets. So let's talk about the square root of 1.1. When I do square root of 1.1, I get a huge number that does not, wait, 488,08848. It doesn't look like it's going to repeat, and it doesn't look like it terminates in my calculator, but I know I can multiply it by that same thing, so times second answer. When I multiply it by itself, I actually do get 1.1. I don't know. I think it counts as irrational, because I think that's what you guys are going to put, and I think that's okay. It did not terminate. It goes on forever. Then this one, that's not true. I think it's not true. I think this is a rational number. Whoops. I'm going to say it's rational. Call me crazy. Because when I multiplied the answer I got in my calculator times itself, I got 1.1. Now let's go with -1. If you want to argue with me about it tomorrow, that's totally fine. And I'll be happy to say I'm wrong. -1 is an integer and rational. Whoops, that's not how you spell that. Whoop. And then 1/2 is just rational. All right, now let's put them in order. Let me see what my square root of 1.1 was again. 1.04. Yeah, I think it's irrational. I don't know. Somebody look it up and tell me what you actually get, because I can go either way on this one. All right, so the order is -1, then 1/2, then the square root of 1.1, from least to greatest. Okay, now which property is illustrated by -8 plus 0 equals -8? Well, my properties tell me that when I add to a number and it does not change its identity, it's called additive identity. I added 0 and it stayed -8. There you go. Okay, now part 2 will be the back side of the worksheet. See you on the flip side.